Hello everyone, my name is Lindsay and I'm an addict. I wanted to start this video series called Overcoming Overconsumption, where I take you through my project pan, what I'm finishing, my thoughts and feelings on everything, and really over the last few years I feel like I've been addicted to shopping and trying to really get to the core as to why do I feel that way. And just on the surface, there's a few things that I can think about. I recently finished my graduate schooling and graduate training, and so that feels like a lot of delayed gratification throughout all those years. And so then when you finally get the money, you're just like, yeah, I want all these things. Also, even going back to growing up and not always having money growing up, it's even further delayed gratification. Another thing is like maybe buying things for my future self or my ideal self because maybe I didn't quite like who I was. So this year, I want to stop my addicted kind of habits, which I have thought about. That is a lot with shopping, especially for makeup, body care, even skincare. And it has bled through other parts of my life too, including overeating. And it's just this overindulgence on all of these different things. And this year, I really want to do the deep work to figure out, why do I feel like I want to do that? Why do I get in those cyclical traps to keep doing it? And the thing is, I don't feel like I'm alone in this. I think there's a lot of people out there that feel this way. So that's why I wanted to share my journey and figure it out together. I really want this year to be a year that I feel happy with myself, that I have stuck to a commitment, and also like a year that I just feel happy, that I'm living life and not just being a slave to my phone, being a slave to social media, but really like doing hobbies, hanging out with the people that I love, and doing things that I love. So that's what this year is all going to be about. That's what this series is going to be about. So I hope you follow along. On January 1st, I finished this Clinique Dramatically Different Hydrating Jelly, and I replaced it with these two from Laneige. This Water Bank Moisture Essence to use first, and then the Laneige Water Bank Moisture Cream. Bag of mini skincare products that I want to finish up first because it should be easy. Wanted to show you guys this shower gel I found when I was cleaning out from under my sink. And I think I got this in a gift set in like 2016 for Christmas or so, which is crazy. It was completely unused. I've used it once now, and I just threw it in my shower to finish it up too. Also, when I was cleaning out from under my sink, I found this Sunday Riley retinol sleeping night oil that I actually started using it about a year ago. I'm about halfway done. It's a little mini size, but I stopped when I found out I was pregnant. So now I can finish it up and do some work on these wrinkles. So I use this little scent combination that I talked about in my Project Use It Up. And I didn't realize for Merry Mint by Tree Hut, it has iced peppermint, cotton candy, and vanilla bean. And when it goes on the skin, it really warms up and it's fluffy. And that vanilla bean is more like that EOS Vanilla Cashmere or Bath & Body Works Old Vanilla Bean Noel kind of vanilla bean. It is so, so good. I wish it was just a little stronger, but these two really work well together, with Twisted Peppermint being so pepperminty mixed with the light, fluffy vanilla-ness of the Merry Mint. Just a reminder to use your candles. I started lighting this one again a couple days ago, and just having it makes me so happy. So it's definitely good to use what you have and enjoy it. I wanted to add a little get ready with me using my Project Pan items in this video as well. So a little chatty get ready with me. My daughter's asleep, so that's usually when I find a little pocket of time to do my makeup. Usually prime my lips just with this generic little chapstick that I got for free. But I also want to show that Project Man
doesn't have to be boring. You can choose to work on like some of your most favorite products, and it's fun to find new, unique ways to use them and everything too. I always start with like an eyeshadow primer. And I wanted to talk about too, like maybe get into more why I wanted to start this channel and everything. I think a lot of us, that are into beauty maybe don't have a lot of people in our lives that we can talk to about these things or get excited about these things with. But also, like, I've always just wanted a community of people, like-minded people that, feel the same way. And so that's really kind of my goal, and what I want to build here is just like a nice little community, a nice little family. And I know it'll take time, and I've tried to like do Instagram and stuff, but I know I personally prefer to watch YouTube and longer form content, and that's where I feel like you can actually like get to know people. Whereas like Instagram, nobody's going to really read your caption, and so you have to be better at short form content. So I hope to find my tribe, my people, and I hope you stick around. Today I want to use my Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. It's one of my palettes in my project pan, and I really felt inspired and wanted to play with some of these gold shades at the bottom. So I'll post a little palette up here so you can follow, but I always start with Momentum. That's like the lid setting shade, and it's actually my first kind of focus shade in this palette too. So what really like, I've been thinking of this for like a long time. It's like, okay, you need to stop shopping so much. And it's like every year the new year would come around and I would stop for like, even last year, I think I didn't shop for like 6 months or something. And then something happens, and then you just kind of like want to shop again, and then you go overboard, and then it's just like this cycle. And I just felt like nearing the end of last year, I felt kind of like numb. Like even shopping wasn't even bringing me that much joy. And so it's like, why are you doing this? And why do you keep doing this when you have so much stuff like you don't need anymore? And something that's like always on my mind is like, we're going to be moving soon. Maybe not this year, maybe next year, maybe within the next 5 years. And it's like when you have so much stuff, like just the thought of moving it is daunting. And then I had a baby this year, and we ended up kind of turning my office into also the nursery. And I got rid of a lot of stuff, just like stuff that I haven't even used in so long, not necessarily makeup and stuff, but it was just like, wow, there's a lot of stuff in this room. And now, like, with a baby comes like all these baby things. And we tried to even be like pretty minimalistic with it. I mean, I wouldn't say super minimalistic, but we didn't want a lot of like stuff. We just wanted like, okay, well, what do we actually need for a baby? And kind of a side tangent, but I don't really like how we do this in America, at least, where you have a baby shower and you get all of these things that can be for like the next year plus of their life. And then you need to find a place to store all these things that you're maybe not even using for 6 months or so. And that is like crazy. So we have like still stuff in boxes that we haven't even used. And it's just like clutter and taking up space. And so that room it's fine, but it's gotten like a little tight now, and I don't, need to be buying more stuff to add to it. And like, so those are kind of like some of the reasons why I wanted to really start this. And the more I've been playing like with my stuff or finding new ways to have fun with my stuff and just enjoying it, that's more fun than shopping. And like, I have so many beautiful things, and something that really stuck with me is like when you have more things, you use your favorite things less. Like, how sad is that? Like, we should be able to use our favorite things so much and get so much like use and joy out of them because they're our favorite things, when you might be bringing in things that you don't love as much. And I mean, you might find new favorites for sure. And I feel like the justification of bringing in so much stuff too is like, in the beginning, you might not know what you like. So then you keep like just trying new things, and then you do find your favorites, but then you have a bunch of things that you might not like as much. So I do think that's fair. And I think at this point, I have what I like, and I bet you do too. So let's use these wonderful, beautiful things that we like and use them to like their full potential, because they don't last forever. I've even had like to throw away a couple Bath and Body Works creams. Like those body creams are notorious for like not lasting anymore. And it's crazy because I recently saw like a video where the creator had a few creams from like years ago that they were still working through, and they were still good. And it's like, man, the quality has gone down so much that like they used to last for years and now they don't, and they don't even seal them. So it's like, even before you get them, the clock is ticking for them to go bad. And so it's like, you want to use like these things that you love before they go bad, because you spent your money on them. Another like wake up call was like, I bought stuff this year from like Bath and Body Works and I haven't even really used it. Like I have these new things, and like people are coming out with their, year end like favorites from Bath and Body Works, and I was like, damn, I have that. I bought that. I haven't even used it because I have too much. That's like ridiculous. So I'm just kind of checking. This is not typically how I do my makeup, but I don't really have a better setup to kind of do it with you guys. But do you think I might need to just blend it a little bit more? So that's like crazy, and that's kind of like when you know you have a problem. And I feel like I really don't use or don't finish up enough. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a problem. I think it's awesome to just be able to use your stuff. Like, I'm not the kind of person to be like, okay, I'm just using this one makeup palette and I'm going to use it until it's completely finished. Like, no way. The reason why I have so much stuff is because I like to do different things all the time, like to play around with different things and use different scents and all of that stuff. And so that's, I think, kind of why. It's just a beautiful, beautiful reddish goldy shade called Frazzled. And so it's like, I think the main point is just like using your things, not buying more things, just using your things. So for me, it's like, it's okay if I don't fully finish things up, because I'm just like getting use and love out of my things in the way that I like to use them. And then I'm gonna go in with Gold Glitch. It's like this kind of goldy, sparkly shade, and I'm gonna go over it. So that's why I don't really stress about empties, but obviously with the body creams kind of going bad, I do want to finish them and I do want to empty them out. So it's a work in progress for sure. But yeah, I had to throw away Midnight Amber Glow and Wicked Vanilla Woods. I think they were both from a couple years ago, maybe 2022 or so. It's like I barely even used them, and they were rancid. But I did find like a new way when they're like not rancid like that, but they, need to be used up a little bit, is using them as an in-shower lotion. I used my fresh coconut and cotton in the shower, and like I actually really enjoyed it, because when you put it on in the shower and you wash it off, it kind of takes away that funky smell that they get when they're starting to go bad. But then after the shower, I could still smell like the good fresh coconut and cotton on my skin, and it wasn't too overwhelming. Since I've been on maternity leave, I haven't been able to wear anything like too strong, especially lotions and fragrance mist, because I feel like the baby just picks up so many scents, and then my husband's like, "Oh, the baby smells like you. Like, can you not do that?" So, I felt like that was a good alternative of using up my body cream and also like enjoying the scent after the shower. It just smelled so fresh. So I guess I wanted to make this channel to inspire you guys, keep myself accountable, but also like I find these videos like really inspiring to watch. And so why not kind of put my 2 cents in and my opinions in and everything. And I hope they resonate with you and, you know, help you on your journey too. Because sometimes we just like need some tough love, and for somebody to tell us like, no, you don't need that. But it's also a problem like when you feel so ashamed for something that's supposed to be fun, and it's like hiding things from your spouse, or like just feeling like a deep sense of shame. It's just really sad, you know, like something that's supposed to be fun, supposed to be a hobby, just like now turning into like something negative. And it's just not what it's supposed to be. So I have been loving like a matte white inner corner. So something I forgot to put in my project pan video, I don't know if I'll add it, but I've been using this matte white from ColourPop in the Stone Cold Fox palette. It's called Dreamful, and I've just been like loving that. Like usually I was such a sparkly inner corner girly, and sometimes I do like a shine, but this like matte white, it really, I don't know, makes some inner corner pop. And you can also like mix the matte white with, let's say you wanted like a light pink inner corner, light blue inner corner, you could put the matte white down and then like a light blue on top, and it makes it, you know, a little bit lighter. I think that's looking pretty good. So I'd love to know if you also have those feelings of just like shame when you're buying things, and maybe what you're doing to kind of combat that. So trying to pick some sort of watercolor. Maybe the brown and BH Cosmetics. I was in my 26 and 2026 that I want to finish up. So good to start getting some use on that. All right, I had to finish doing my eyeliners and stuff off camera because I'm a little out of my element. It's not perfect, but it is good enough. So I just used the Judy Doll black liquid at the top, and then my mascaras were the Heroin Make black mascara, and on the bottom lashes I used the Clinique, because I feel like this one's not high impact enough to use it on the top, but then the Heroin Make, it just like gets all over your face if you do it on the bottom. So since this Unleashia Glitterpedia is also in my project pan, what I like to do is after I do a look, I just kind of look, you know, maybe what shimmer will work well in it. And I'm thinking maybe this shade might look good. It's just, all of them are such beautiful, stunning sparkles. I don't really know like exactly what goals I have this year other than just using my stuff, enjoying my stuff. I love it when it gets this a little bit kind of on the over the crease. I think that just like is such a stunning sparkle. Yeah. So I'd love to hear like what your goals are, if you find these videos inspiring. I definitely like them, and so I wanted to share too. I love like Korean sparkly products. They make me so happy. So that's another reason why I just wanted to include that in my project pan, just having it out. It's like when it's in a drawer, you're not gonna pull for it typically, so For blush, I brought out my Can Make Cream Cheek and Almond Terracotta, one of my Project Pan blushes that I want to hopefully finish up this year. And I think I can do it. I've used it a lot, and I really like that formula. It's really nice. I felt like it would go really nice with this eye look. I love these bigger palettes from Huda Beauty. It's sad that they, don't really make them anymore, but I feel like it's similar with Natasha Denona, where when you use them, you just feel so pretty. Like, I always just feel so pretty. I don't have a better way of saying it. But especially the Mercury retrograde that I'm using today, I find it just so inspiring. Like, there's so many different looks to do. I feel like when I started watching beauty YouTube, this is the palette everyone was talking about. Something I forgot to mention that I wanted to mention is, like, when I do my makeup, I don't do like base makeup typically, only for like really special occasions. Originally I didn't do it because I feel like it would make me break out even more because of like a heavy foundation on your face, especially throughout my teenage years and stuff. But now it's just like, I feel pretty comfortable in my skin that I don't feel like I really need it all the time. Then I'm going to go in with my highlighter from the Skin Food Twinkle Cookie and Milk S'more. And I know it might not make my makeup pop or look as good as like when you do use base makeup, but I like never see people on YouTube not using base makeup. And I feel like, I don't know, I want to show like that is something you can do. Really liking how this is looking so far. So I'll take the chapstick kind of off. Need to decide what I want to use. So thinking I might use my Love Jasmine again. I just used it yesterday, but I think that will go really well with this look. And then I've been loving these lip pencils and lip colors from Bella Beauté Bar that they recently came out with the Dreamscape collection. This is in Wormhole. I think it's just so beautiful. I do think, there's a few reasons why consumerism's got kind of where it is and where people just buy things so much. One thing is like beauty brands are just like releasing so much. And then the other is influencers and social media for sure. So number one thing I did like this year, delete Instagram, delete like these things that really kind of make me want to buy things, because you want to make it as easy as possible for you. Obviously you're going to like run into a situation where you want to buy something, but then you need to be strong. But just want to make it as easy as possible. So deleting shopping apps, deleting Instagram. Yeah, I think that goes really well with this look. And then I was thinking you can also layer your lip products and make something unique. I felt like this Tower 28 Dream Gloss would go really well with this look. I think it would look good just with this Love Jasmine lipstick, but I want to try layering this gloss on top and giving it a little champagne kind of sparkle. But yeah, so make things as easy as possible. Unsubscribe from emails, because like if you don't know a sale's going on, then it's like you're not going to be shopping. I think that looks really good. So that's what I'm doing. I hope you're inspired and we'll do good this year together.